International resident Peter Nygard filed a lawsuit in the Supreme Court Tuesday against the Save the Bays organization, American philanthropist and Life for Key resident Louis Bacon, attorney Fred Smith QC, Tribune newspaper publisher Eileen Karen, former senator and Free National Movement chairman Michael Pintard, Free National Movement leader Dr. Hubert Minnis, trustees of the Free National Movement and others whom he said in the writ conspired to damage his reputation and publicizing its claims with full knowledge that it was based on false evidence. In a press release issued by a California-based public relations firm on Nygard's behalf, the fashion mogul seeks damages to be determined by the court and an injunction restraining the defendants from libeling him further. He also seeks to disgorge any profits the defendants derived from participating in the conspiracy to injure him. The complaint claims that the defendants abused the processes of the Supreme Court by filing a lawsuit on March 9th, quote, without any faith in the merits of the action and well knowing that the said action was found on perjury, close quote. Nygard's release stated that the March 9th lawsuit filed against Mr. Nygard and his attorney, Coach Smith, by Save the Bays, its founder, Louis Bacon, Chairman Fred Smith, and directors, including Romuald Ferreira and Joseph Darville, as well as Reverend C.B. Moss, falsely alleges that Mr. Nygard and Coach Smith plotted crimes against Mr. Bacon, Fred Smith, Reverend Moss, and Tribune business editor Neil Hartnell, and hired two convicted criminals to carry them out. The release continued that Mr. Nygard and attorney Smith vigorously denied the allegations and released statements sworn under oath by the two convicted criminals who are the main witnesses in the suit. In their sworn statements filed with the court earlier this month, the two criminals say they were paid by Louis Bacon and his operatives to provide false evidence against Mr. Nygard. The release says the two criminals were paid between $3 and $5 million, and that's according to additional evidence submitted to the court by Mr. Nygard. Now, this latest action names law firm Calendars & Co. and Turks and Caicos-based law firm Karam and Missick as defendants, as evidence, according to Nygard's lawsuit, shows the firms were conduits for the transfer of funds to the two criminals. As previously mentioned, the defendants listed in the lawsuit are the Tribune Limited's publisher and editor Eileen Karen, Tribune business editor Neil Hartnell, as well as former F&M chairman and Senator Michael Pintard, whom Nygard said in the lawsuit resigned after disclosure by the two criminals in their sworn statements that he had orchestrated an initial payoff to them on behalf of Louis Bacon of $50,000 in cash, and F&M leader Dr. Hubert Minnis, who Nygard claims abused the high office of leader of the opposition and the processes of Parliament on March 13th. Nygard's press release concluded that Louis Bacon's wife, Gabrielle, who is trustee of the More Charitable Foundation, is also named as a defendant in the writ, as is the More Bahamas Foundation and former Save the Bays director, Diane Phillips.